When you go to the beach, right? Do you walk around barefoot or with socks or sandals? Barefoot? Okay. See, me, personally, I don't know if you know this about me.
You say socks.
If I go to the beach,
You say socks.
I'm whipping out the Nike socks,
I'm
bro.
done with you.
I'm whipping out the dry fits. I'm whipping out the socks. You know why? Because the sand gets hot and it burns my feet.
So I'm done with you.
Welcome back, everybody. Episode 3 of the Legend of Podcast. What's going on, everybody?
What's up?
Of course, with me. Yeah, tell them your name.
It's fucking Biggie Cheese.
Big Daddy
Big
J.
Cheese. Nah, what's up, man? It's Joey. How you doing?
Big Cheese. What's up, y'all? It's Ant coming at you again. We appreciate you guys. Actually, episode 2 got a couple more plays than episode 1. Bless up.
Bless up. Another one.
Y'all real for that. Still in single digits, though, but we're not going to talk about it. But what's going on, guys? This guy. So, getting right into it. Joe, you want to start us off here?
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, thing is like, right, we're talking about games, we're talking about pop culture, we're talking about stuff like that, right? What's coming out soon? The Spider-Man PS5 game, PS2, Spider-Man 2 for PS5, right? So I thought, I'd bring it to some people's attention if, when this comes out, the pre-orders might have been closed, but I want to hear what you guys have to say about this if you're collectibles fans like I am. I mean, you can see behind me, I've got some Marvel Legends, I got some figure arts here. In my living room, I got some Hot Toys figures. The Spider-Man PS5 figures from Hot Toys, they are basically refining them down to 1,500 pieces in total for Miles Morales and Peter Parker. So, like, if you want that super hot, super cool Hot Toys Peter Parker,
super
hot Toys Miles Morales, and you didn't get them before, and you want, like, the versions now, you basically got to wait on Sideshow.com or go to Comic-Con and basically say, hey, I'm going to spend an arm and a leg to get 1 out of 500 pieces for this. Like, there's only 500 Miles Morales figures. Now, I don't know what they were thinking with that, because, I mean, Hot Toys are expensive to begin with. People like me who want these things aren't going to have a chance to get them. You're going to have to go through scalpers and shit, which is ridiculous. And, I mean, they made 1,000 of Peter Parker, but still, who wants to spend 1,500, like, who wants to spend all that money on a freaking figure for a game that's coming out, and it's not even... I don't know. I just ranted a little bit. Let me know what you guys think, because I feel like that's kind of ridiculous. Like, they're...
So, yeah, just as somebody listening to it, because we haven't had a conversation about this yet. So you're saying that there's like a specialty figure that you have to piece together by collecting 500 pieces?
No. So there's only, like, when I say pieces, I mean there's only 500 figures that they're releasing.
Oh. And the only way to get one is to go to Comic-Con.
Or go to Sideshow.com. Do you have your computer up? All right, so here, I'll help you with it. Go to Sideshow, and then go to Sideshow Con, that little thing, and then go to Con Exclusives.
Sideshow Collectible?
Yeah.
Sideshow Con 2023.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then go to Con Exclusives, and then you're going to see the Spider-Man figures. Like the Miles Morales, it's $290, and they only made 500 of these.
You said Comic-Con figures? Where am I going? Damn, why C-3PO got a fucked up head?
Yeah, that's exactly where you're at. It's actually a perfect spot. So Sideshow Con.
Where's... Yeah, that's where I'm at now. Oh, Sideshow Con, and then what am I looking for?
Con Exclusives.
Exclusives?
Click that, and then you'll see the 2 Spider-Man figures. I mean, they're really cool figures. Don't get me wrong. But, like, you can't even pre-order the Miles Morales now. You have to wait for the,
This one says $290.
Yeah, that's $290. I mean, that's what the original Miles was, but it came with more stuff.
Oh, geez.
Only 500 of these figures are being made.
Bro.
Like...
They look mad adjustable.
But like my whole thing is right. If you're
Why is this thing like? How did they get it in so many different poses?
oh no, these things are amazing. These figures are sick.
That's crazy.
But no, my thing is right. If you're gonna make a figure for a game that's gonna be probably in the top 10, like in not like one of the number one contenders for game of the year, why make so little? Like why make so few figures and why make it super hard for someone to get? You know, it's like
I probably a supply and demand thing, you know. Well, that's what they do. You know, that's the same thing with like any hype product.
The demand is there, though. The demand is there. I mean, I've personally.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm saying that the demand is there, but there's no way to get it. Like, it was up for pre-order for about 5 minutes, and then it was like join the wait list and see if you can get it next time, kind of thing. I don't know. I find that stuff ridiculous, you know, because they did the same thing with the PS5, except there wasn't another opportunity to get it.
Right.
For this, you know, there was more opportunities to get PS5s, but there's not an opportunity to get this. I don't know. I find it stupid. I mean, I know some of the viewers out there, they might find it stupid too, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with the whole figure collecting scene. Like I have the ones that you've gifted me, and like I have some Dragon Ball ones, but I don't like necessarily associate with like that community as much. I know that's really your niche. Like that's really your kind of
that's my thing. I mean,
yeah, that's really your thing.
I mean, here's my thing too, right?
So like
it's the same kind of thing as a PS5. Remember when the PS5s were extremely hard to get? You had to basically wait. I don't know how long you waited on Walmart.com to get yours, but it's the same kind of thing. It's like people in this community want these figures.
I forgot all about that.
I didn't. That was a great story.
Yeah.
People in this community want these figures. They're making so little of them that it's impossible to get, and the scalpers are going to basically get these figures and sell them for triple the price online. And the only reason people are going to buy them
now
is because you know, they're Spider-Man.
So is Sideshow like? They're not the manufacturers; they're just distributors, right?
So Hot Toys,
like they like the people who make Hot Toys, right? That's where I was going.
Hot Toys are the manufacturers. Sideshow is basically the largest American retailer for them. Yeah,
got you. So like, does Sideshow compete with like Big Bad Toy Store, or are they on different levels?
No, that's actually pretty on point. I will admit that Hot Toys are cheaper on Sideshow most of the time, but no, they're pretty much.
So it's like a Lowe's and Home Depot situation.
Kinda.
For us, for us civilians. Yeah. Okay.
But
it's like McDonald's, Burger King type.
Yeah, they're like the same thing, but a little different. But yeah, I just think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, like Walmart, Target type thing.
I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you've got this game coming out that people are gonna be super hyped for, and then you're gonna make so little figures, and then your people are basically like your fan base isn't gonna be able to buy them. It just doesn't make sense. Like if you're gonna make an exclusive, make it one of the costumes in the game, you know, instead of the main costume for the game. You know, like I don't know, if it was like a DLC character that they turn into a con exclusive, that's okay. That, in my opinion, like that's okay. But if you're gonna make a mainline figure that people are gonna want to buy, and you're gonna make that the exclusive and people can't get it, I don't know. I see missed opportunity there.
Yeah, I mean, I remember back in the day when I think it was Pokemon Platinum was coming out. Like this is obviously a completely different level of like, you know, a different class of figures. But I remember if you got the pre-order, you were able to get this Giratina statue that like it looked like wherever you placed it, it looked like it was coming up from that thing. Like as a kid, I'm like, oh, this thing's so cool, and I loved that thing, and I kept it to this day. And like something, and like the connection I'm trying to make is the fact that they handed that out with every single pre-order of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like they were like, if you pre-ordered the game, you were 100% getting one. It wasn't like a limited supply. So like if you're launching something alongside a game, you know, it's almost like you should want, like you said, to have like enough quantities to sell with the game, because that game is going to be one of the best selling games of the year.
If not, and it might.
It's going to be
and it might win. It's going to win some awards. I mean, 2018 Spider-Man did.
Yeah.
So.
Was Elden Ring this year?
No, Elden Ring was 2021.
Or was that last year?
Yeah, Elden Ring
No, it was not. It was
No, it came out in
2021.
2021, and then it won the awards
No.
in 2022.
No, wait, there is no way Elden Ring came out in
Mhm, look it
2021.
up.
It came out 2022,
How much you want
100%.
to bet? Right now.
Elden Ring launch date.
All right.
February 25th,
All
2022.
right. Screw you.
I was about to say, there's no way it was 2021. There was
I'm
no
usually
way.
really good with that.
I was like, because I didn't even have an Xbox yet. No, I know you're amazing with
Yeah.
dates, but like this one, I knew I had you beat, so I had to pursue it. But yeah, no, like I don't know, man, because it is kind of fucked up. Like especially Spider-Man, like one of the most anticipated releases. But at the same time, it's also not like it's Sony or you know PlayStation releasing it. It is through a third party, so it probably costs a lot of money just to have the rights for these statues.
Well,
you know
here's
what I
my
mean?
thing, right?
Or for these
You know,
figures.
so
I'm.
I have
yeah.
3 Spider-Man PS4 Hot Toys figures. I have the Miles Morales, I have the Spider-Man 2099, and I have the Iron Spider. You know which ones I'm talking about when you come to my house. You see those Spider-Man figures?
Yeah.
They're all from the PS4 game. So it's like they've already had
Yeah.
the rights to these. They've already been making figures from this series, and you're gonna make 2 of your exclusives, the main characters from the headlining game with the main costumes. Like I don't know, it blows my mind. It's like if you're gonna make an exclusive, make
Yeah.
it something that not everyone's gonna want to, you know, trample over for. Make it something
Right.
that like real dedicated fans are gonna spend their money on, because that's what it's for. I mean, most people don't even know that
Right.
Comic-Con exclusives are a thing. I didn't know that until a good I don't know, 8 years ago. That con exclusive figures were a thing, you know. So
What even is Comic-Con nowadays? Like I only understand like the stereotypes and like things you hear growing up and like the things you see on like Big Bang Theory, but like what even is it nowadays? Like do you have
I
any
mean,
idea?
basically, so I went in 2011 as a kid, and it was just so much fun seeing a bunch of cool stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
but no, basically these days it's just like you get to see new releases. You might see a few clips of new movies or shows coming out. Like when I went in 2011, they were showing exclusive viewings of Captain America 1 before it came out in theaters. So like stuff like that, you get to meet celebrities. Like I actually met Adam West when I went to Comic-Con, so that was a lot of fun. You know, so you meet celebrities, you buy a bunch of expensive things you shouldn't spend your money on because you don't have it, but you know, stuff like that. It's basically a giant you know, meet and greet, buy stuff, and dress up in costumes.
Yeah, that's the main thing I've heard was that you dress up as like your favorite character or something like that. Like which as a kid I used to make fun of, but now I'm like,
Dude, I
damn,
dressed up as
I would totally show up as like Ash Ketchum.
I dressed
bro.
up as Gara from Naruto.
Oh, you did
yeah.
tell me that. Yeah, you did have the whole
Yeah.
thing.
I made the costume and everything.
That's cool. That's pretty cool, man. You did say that. Did you have his vase or vase?
Oh, you mean the gourd, the
the
sandbag?
sand thingy?
Yes, I did.
The gourd.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I actually I
That's fire.
bought the gourd. It was basically it's kind of funny. It was a just regular duffel bag, right? But it was in the shape of the gourd. So we took paper mache
Yeah.
and basically made it so that the outline, so like that it was like hard on the outside, so like it stayed the shape of the gourd instead of like flattening into like a bag. So yeah, it's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's actually sick.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Yeah. Well, what do you think is going on with this whole mid-gen update, bro? Because I know there's rumors that Sony's going to be coming out with a mid-gen update, and honestly, I lose track because after the whole, Switch 2 or Switch mid-gen update thing, it kind of blew up, and it's like, it's never going to
Yeah.
happen. I don't trust anything anymore. Have you heard anything about like the PlayStation mid-gen
Yeah,
update?
honestly, so it's kind of funny because they would release stuff like that at Comic-Con too. Like if there was anything like to release, you know, that's kind of like where they would bring it, either Comic-Con or E3 or something like that. But yeah, I heard that they're doing a PS5 Slim.
Yeah.
PS5 Slim should be coming out within the next year and a half, I think is what they said. is what I've heard from sources. I don't know if it's 100% true.
Year and a half.
Yeah, I mean, but think about it. Like this,
Yeah.
the PS5 has already been out for 3 years now. So
Which isn't. Yeah, I mean, I guess it has, but at the same time, like you kind of have. When did it really start showing up in stores though? Like maybe a year ago. Like I saw my first one in a store. Now I'd have to say like the official launch sure was in 2021, but like the I don't know, pseudo launch where it's actually you could actually go to a store and buy it. Like I see them on sale now, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'd say probably at the beginning of this year was like when it officially kind of became available, you know, readily available at GameStop, the WalMarts, the Targets.
which is kind of why it blows my
everywhere,
mind.
you know.
They're already thinking about doing a mid-gen update because it makes no sense. You know, it's like you like most people don't even have the ability to
Yeah.
go get one, and you're gonna make a new console that no one's gonna want to get. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. They always do the mid. I think because like obviously at the launch of these consoles, COVID was the biggest factor,
Yeah.
right? So that caused like that big chip shortage and whatnot. Now that that issue isn't there, and I'm sure to make up for those lost 2 years, like I'm sure that they can maybe not afford, but maybe they have to, you know, come out with a more premium version just to offload all the original PS5s that came out. You know what I mean? And sell them at a discount, so their numbers go up. So the PS5 technically will sell X amount, but it's because they came out with a mid-gen and now they're just trying to offload all their old generation, you know what I mean, and get rid of them, and it still looks good for them, and they probably break even, you know?
Honestly, yeah.
Like-
I think that's, you know, here's the thing though, right? If that was the case, then the entire, like, then Xbox would be doing it too. But they actually came out and said they're not going to do a mid-gen update.
Yeah, I think it's mainly because maybe it's because of what the point I just brought up like a couple seconds ago was the fact that they pseudo launched Xbox was more available earlier on because everyone wanted the PS5, and then Xbox kind of slid in there, you know, and they're actually hanging in there with PlayStation. Like Xbox One got completely demolished by PS4. So now, but this generation, I noticed that they're kind of hanging in there, but I think it's because they were more readily available at launch.
Well, the
obviously,
Series S
so
was.
it's like I feel like they have a system. Yeah, the Series S and then the Series X. Well, that's the thing too. The Series S technically counts as the next generation, so it's like. I don't know. It's like at the same time, why would they do a mid-gen update when what they have is already working? It's not like the new games that are coming out are like pushing the Series X to its limits. You know what I mean? They haven't, like, developers haven't even had time to develop games dedicated to these consoles. Like most of the games we're still getting are compatible, could play on an Xbox One. You know what I mean?
It's the same thing with the PS5 though. The only reason they don't is because they make them that way. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Does Final Fantasy 16 have a PS4 version, or is it just PS5?
No. Just PS5.
It could 100% run on a PS4 Pro, without a doubt.
Right.
So
exactly.
it's like they've
I agree.
already. It's not. I don't think that it's like we're at a stage yet where we need to basically have another update. I think it's so stupid. I think it's just like I know why companies do it.
I think
it's
so
because
too.
they want to stay, you know, they want to stay in the now. They want people to, you know, see their products, go buy their products, and keep making new things, make their margins go up. But you know, it doesn't negate the fact that the technology is just still kind of stagnant. You know, there's really nothing.
Well, it's current still. Like none of this. Like you're not talking about a Switch that came out 7 years ago. You know what I mean? And it's like on a 2015 chip where it's like it can barely run The Witcher 3. Like you're talking about these consoles that are like they're on par with gaming PCs, right? Like I haven't had a game that's chugged either my PS5 or Xbox. Like when the PS4, like the last big release on PS4 was Ghost of Tsushima, and it ran okay, but you could tell, like, listen, like I had like a standard PS4, but like that's technically part of that generation. So it's like, okay, this PS4 can't run the new games that were coming out, and maybe the PS4 Pro could run Ghost of Tsushima, but you could tell like it was time to upgrade the hardware because the PS4 came out 2013, you know, and so it was what, 8 years later, which is fine, which is like a normal life cycle for a
100%.
console. You know what I mean? So it's like, but now it's like, and like the PS4 didn't have I don't even know when the PS4 had a mid-gen update because it was the PS4 and then the PS4 Slim. and then there
It
was
was 2017. The Slim and the Pro. The
I don't
Slim and the
remember.
Pro came out at the same time because I was working at GameStop at the time.
Did they? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Okay. But, like, I'm pretty sure, because Ghost of Tsushima was 2019, 2020.
No, it was 20. I'm pretty
And
sure
then-
it was 2018.
Yeah, because, like, let me look it
Wow.
up. Ghost of Tsushima launch date. Ghost. Oh my god, I can't type. Ghost of Tsushima release date. It was. What year did you think it
2018.
was? July 17th, 2020.
I'm so far off today. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
It's okay. Yeah, I know, bro. I'm actually surprised. Let me make sure this isn't. Yeah, no, this isn't the PS5 version. This is the regular version. Yeah, bro. What happened, man? You're usually on top
I don't
of
know.
this shit.
I went to the beach today, so I'm kind of burnt out.
Went to the beach.
Yeah.
Which beach?
Yeah.
LBI.
Yeah. My
that's-
mama came
yeah.
down for the week, so me and my girl went to go visit. And I went swimming in the ocean, and now I'm beat.
Yeah. I got a pivotal question. Do you, when you go to the beach, right? Do you walk around barefoot or with
Barefoot.
socks or
Barefoot.
sandals? Barefoot? Okay. See, me personally, I don't know if you know this about me.
You say socks.
If I go to the beach,
You say socks.
I'm whipping out the Nike socks,
I'm
bro.
done with you.
I'm whipping out the dry fits. I'm whipping out the socks. You know why? Because the sand gets hot and it burns my feet.
So I'm done with you.
Okay, I haven't been to the beach
I'm
in a
breaking
long
up with you.
time, but listen, I don't wear socks and sandals. Don't break up with
I'm
me.
breaking up with you. That's ridiculous.
Who else is gonna kiss my sock feet? My feet
Your
socks.
girl.
Listen, I don't know, man. Like, I like going to the beach. Like, I don't wear ankle socks. I only wear crew socks. But when I go to the beach, like I'll like to wear socks so I don't burn my feet. But I'll crunch down the crew sock. You know what I mean? Just so I don't get a tan line like halfway up
So
my
fucking
leg.
weird. Okay.
But yeah, I need I need
Alright,
socks.
I guess. Weirdo. Anyway.
Okay, whatever.
No, but like I seriously don't.
But I think now
I seriously don't think that we need like a second gen update. Like you said, it's like we're 3 years into the lifespan of this, and we didn't get a second Switch really until, I mean, really, if you want to call it, I mean, we got a revision with the Switch Lite, but we really didn't get like a serious upgrade to the OLED, and that's not even like a serious upgrade.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like 7 years
Yeah, I wouldn't
later.
count either of those as an upgrade. They're both on the same NVIDIA chip, and the only difference is only difference between all three of them is that the OLED has an OLED screen.
Yeah.
That's literally like, you know, everything else is exactly the same. It's the same hardware, it's the same processor, like everything's all the same. So I don't think you can kind of count that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's not really an like refresh because it's like they just put a screen on the old one. You know, and that ties in that. What do you feel about this stupid Sony PlayStation remote play bullshit thing?
So
the
dumb.
controller with an
It's
iPad
so
on it.
dumb.
It's so
Like,
fucking
oh,
stupid. You know what I've heard the price is going to be on that?
$600.
I heard I heard the price on that is hovering around $250.
So stupid. Just buy a Switch.
It's when you literally just buy a backbone.
Yeah.
You could literally buy a backbone controller and put your phone on and remote play. Like, why'd I gotta? And it's so fucking stupid to me. I don't understand that at all. Why would you spend $250 on a cut in half PlayStation controller with an iPad in the middle? Makes no
Like,
sense.
I would understand if it was its own separate
I
console.
think what they should do is release like an update to the
Hell
Vita.
yes.
That would slap.
Hell yeah.
If they had, where's my Vita at? Bro, this bad boy right here. If they updated this bad boy, that would
Yeah.
be fire. This one's loaded with like GBA games. But if they came up with a nice upgrade to the Vita. Like the problem is though, you have to get developers to come up with games to run natively on the Vita, right? So like, you know, the Vita games, like you'd have to pay people to, or you know, developers to make games for the Vita to help it sell. But like you could like just update it, come up with a new Vita, and then just have it play like PS4 games. You know what I mean?
You know, it's funny you say that too, because like we really wouldn't. I mean, you look at the Switch, right? You run anywhere, like you could, like you said, you can run The Witcher 3 on it. Doesn't mean it's the best version of The Witcher 3, but you can run it on there. Like if we had a PlayStation Portable that did all that stuff, that like, could you imagine playing like Ghost of Tsushima on a portable console from PlayStation?
I think you could do it on Steam Deck, but again, that's exactly. Yeah, it's not like it's like not PlayStation OS, but that would be sick.
It would be so sick.
Like I feel like that would be. I think they dropped the ball with this bullshit, you know, iPad controller thing, because it's like they really, if they announced the fact that they like coming up with like a Steam Deck competitor or a Switch competitor, like right now when the Switch is not doing anything and they're literally like just like beating the shit out of that dead horse, you know what I mean? Like how many times are they gonna keep selling this Switch without updating it? So if Sony was like, hey, we're refreshing the Vita and it's going to have remote play for PS5, because we still don't have that, and it's going to play, you could play digital PS4 games on it, bro, that would sell mad. That would go out, it would be crazy if Sony announced that, but they didn't. So Sony sucks.
Sony's pissing me off recently. I mean, because here's the thing. I was so hyped for the PSVR too, because I didn't get the original PSVR. And when I heard that there's like little sensors in the helmet, like in like the mask, where it's like, you know, you can, like there's just like it's more haptic feedback, and it's just gonna be so freaking cool, right? But I don't know, dude. It's like, it's $600.
Too much money. It's more than the PS5,
and that's so stupid.
And you need a PS5 to even use it.
Actually, I had a story about that one girl who works at our GameStop. She was saying that a guy came in, bought the PSVR 2 with the PS5 and like 6 or 7 games, and he literally spent like close to $2,000 just on PS5 stuff. And then he left, came back the next day, and was like, "I want to return all of it. I don't like it." And she's like, "Well, sorry, we can't like, give you full refund for this stuff because There's no like 7-day return policy. Well, with games, no, but with the
I guess on the VR. Oh yeah, the game.
Well, with the VR, it's like, you know, it's kind of like personal, like you're putting it to your face, I guess. So
I guess that's crazy though. I would be pissed.
I'll just get a Quest and then just like jailbreak it.
That's wild.
Like at that point, like if I'm gonna get a VR,
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's probably the better option. I mean, you can get them for like $300, and you know, you could get a Link, like especially if you have a gaming PC. Like most people probably have a competent PC. Like you could just get the Link cable and just run games off of your PC.
That's what my brother does.
Like, I want to do that sometime. Yeah, exactly. You know, but you know that whole space is kind of dying out. You know, it's not because it's like. Did you see the new Apple? AR headset.
Oh my gosh, it's so stupid.
The augmented reality thing. Listen, it would be cool. Like maybe if it was like $999. Like okay, this thing is $3,500 just so you could look at your MacBook screen through like AR glass. It's so stupid. Like it just makes no sense. Like only the 1%ers are ever gonna get this as a joke.
I saw a meme where it was the.
I don't know.
Where it was the AR lenses, and then there was like Apple charges $4,000 for this, and then another $1,000 for the snorkel.
The snorkel. Yo, that's funny. They do look like goggles, though.
It's kind of.
They do. They're. I don't know. They're completely overrated.
100%.
I don't know, man. If they were like $1,000, I would consider it. But no, that's way too much. But yeah. So I don't know. So I don't know, man. So without Microsoft coming out with a mid-gen update, right? I mean, they have a lot going for them right now, though, because they just officially acquired Activision. Yeah. So, I mean, I know that. Well, they also just signed a something with Sony that like Call of Duty will stay on PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know they just assigned like a contract. But do you think all the Call of Duties are coming to Game Pass?
Freaking better. I mean, maybe not the most recent ones, but like the originals, they're freaking better.
Yeah.
Kidding me? I mean, you got when they acquired Bethesda, they got all the Dooms, all the Fallouts. You know, even Fallout 4. I don't know if 76 is on there, but I know Fallout 4 is on there. No, 76 is on Game Pass.
I think 76 is on there.
So like they better bring Call of Duty to Game Pass, because here's the thing: Call of Duty isn't making their money off of people buying the game anymore. They're making money off of battle passes and Warzone. So even if they did put it on Game Pass, it's not like they're losing money. They're still making a lot of money. In fact, if you put those games on Game Pass and then people are incentivized to buy, you know, or to download that game and play it, then they're just gonna buy the battle passes because they're like, oh, I didn't spend money on this. It's like why it's the same reason why Warzone's free. If Warzone's free, then they'll buy the battle passes and they're still spending money on a game that they don't own. So, you know.
Yeah. So you're thinking like a live service, like free to play kind of model is like the way they're gonna use moving forward. Like they'll take like the Warzone model and apply it to like Call of Duty, where like Call of Duty will be free Game Pass free, and then from there like you'll just have to buy the battle passes and stuff like that.
I mean, here's the thing too, right? When you download Call of Duty, when you buy Call of Duty, you have the option to download the multiplayer pack, the campaign pack, and the Warzone pack. You know, so it's like. They might just release each one of those packs individually on Game Pass. So you might be able to download just the campaign or just the multiplayer. You know, so you might not have to download everything.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, let's say somebody spends $60 or $70, whatever it is, on Call of Duty. That's just one $70 purchase that they're making. And to be fair, most of it's probably going to the retailers they bought it from anyway. Or if they buy it online, then it's going straight to Microsoft. But where are they making their continual profit? Through season passes, through battle passes, through
loot boxes.
Yeah,
and stuff
I just saw that they're putting the freaking boys on as operator skins, so you can play as Homelander.
Yeah, it's
actually kind of funny because I just started watching that show.
They want to be Fortnite so bad.
It's really good. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I wanted to get into it, but I don't know. It's just something I don't have. You know, I just don't have time.
Yeah, I
want to get into it. It does look
really
good though.
But yeah, they really do want to be Fortnite, like so bad. Because like Fortnite, you can literally play as like you can have a Fortnite battle with Naruto, Naruto against Terminator or whatever. Like it's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah. I think Fortnite's become such a huge conglomerate, bro, where it's like they have like licenses in every single entity on Earth, you know? Like I think the only thing they don't, they have Star Wars, but they don't have like official Disney. Well, I guess they don't want to see Mickey Mouse holding like a gun or nothing.
Well, I mean, they have Marvel too.
But like, yeah, they do have Marvel. So they have like Disney licenses, but I don't think they would ever get like a Disney license, you know what I mean? Where it's like Goofy and Daffy Duck,
I'll play Cinderella,
like running around, or Donald Duck. I'm sorry, Donald Duck. Not
well,
Daffy.
then as you said, they're probably gonna get Looney Tunes.
That's wrong franchise. I think they already have Looney Tunes. I think
I wouldn't be surprised.
I have no idea, bro. I've never played. I mean, I've played Fortnite. I know Bree and Vinny play Fortnite from time to time. But not me. I'm not a Fortniter.
Nope. We're too big.
I'm a little. I don't know. I guess I missed that generation.
Well, I mean, Fortnite came out when we were. Fortnite came out when we were juniors in high school. So it's like you either played it for the lulz or you didn't play it because it was stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy how much that game like evolved over time. Because like at the time when it came out, it was like competing with PUBG. And then like PUBG, not that PUBG died, but it's like they couldn't hang with Fortnite.
I mean, they released.
It was
Broken.
like, oh, PUBG's better, you know, like. Yeah. Then Fortnite just kind of like took over the globe, and then actually, well, I think they're still in a lawsuit with Apple. I think because I know Apple has this thing where like any app you have on the App Store, any in-app purchases, Apple receives 30%. So Epic Games, who owns Fortnite, was taking them to court, like because Fortnite's obviously like the biggest online service game in the world, making the most money. So 30% of like in-app purchases when it comes to Fortnite is a lot, you know. So I think they're still in court about that.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like shit, it's just absolutely crazy.
No, definitely.
You know? But like especially like Fortnite's still available on everything too. Like you could literally play it on like a potato. You know? Like it's absolutely crazy.
You could probably honestly you could probably play it on like a smart fridge if you like did enough like
You probably could. Yeah.
But yeah.
You probably could. But
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. Like do you see what's that? Hello? When do you see Nintendo actually like legitimately refreshing the Switch?
Dude, I don't know. I'm not going to claim anything on Nintendo because, I mean, they went from, you know, here's the thing. They were so stuck in their ways throughout the 90s that they released the N64 in a state that was basically already ancient. And then in order to keep up with the times, they released a GameCube with those tiny ass CDs those tiny ass DVDs that no publisher could really make for. You know, it's like, I don't know. So like, but then they finally came out with the Wii, and then they didn't realize that, the thing that made the Wii so great was that it was accessible to everybody. They thought, let's just make another Wii, and it flopped because it was kind of stupid that no one knew what it was. You know, and then the Switch came out because they finally realized, okay, let's make it accessible to everyone. Let's combine our two best-selling products, a DS and a home console and a portable console. You know, but I don't know. They're very quick to make good business decisions, but they also don't make the best business decisions, in my opinion. Like they know when to refresh, but also they don't know when to refresh like sooner. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I kind of understand, but I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But at the same time, it's like I guess it comes down to it. Like you almost don't care about the consumer. I guess because like sure, like this Nintendo and they're like the most family friendly kind of console, you know, kind of gaming corporation. Like they're orientated about like family, but and then like at home video gaming, right? Like they're not serious enough for like to compete with like Xbox or Sony. But like at the same time, it's like what's a bigger slap in the face than just saying like, oh no, we sold 120 million Switches and you're still buying them. Why would we update it so you could play the games you actually want to play when you're too busy playing Mario Kart that released in 2017 or 2013?
Yeah.
You know? Like the Mario Kart we're playing right now for the Switch was a Wii U game. It's a Wii U port. You know what I mean? Like this, there hasn't been a new Mario Kart, so it's just such a big slap in the face to me that the fact that like Nintendo's just holding on to the Switch. And granted, you have your releases like I don't know, like the Tears of the Kingdom, where it's like, yeah, this is a AAA game. It's gonna sell dozens of millions. You know, like a lot. I think it's already at like 30 million sold copies. You know, but it's like, which is it's just crazy the fact that they don't. It's like they don't think like they need to upgrade their hardware. And I guess they don't have to, but at the same time, it's like, why wouldn't you want to have like the latest and greatest hardware out there?
Well, here's the thing, right? Nintendo's never been the latest and greatest hardware. They've always been a step behind as far as specs.
Ever since the N64.
Yeah. You know, and here's the thing too, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's 100% true. Like, why are they going to take a gamble on a new console that might flop like the Wii U did when they could just keep doing what works until it doesn't? You know?
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's not going to be a new console. It's just going to be a refresh of the proven commodity that's works. What the Wii like, they're just going to take the Switch and modernize
That's what the Wii U... No,
but the Wii was supposed to be this whole new console.
The Wii U.
The Wii U, yeah. Yeah, the Wii U was supposed to be its next generation. I'm talking about, like, a refresh. Like, the Wii U was supposed to be the next generation of Wii.
Well, here's the thing. It's this...
or, like, the next...
The Switch is too old now to have a refresh. It needs a new... There needs to be a successor to it. It's too old now. It's too old.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Like, I love my Switch. I will play it
I guess
forever. But, I want a new portable console. Oh.
I think the issue they run into is how do you release a newer console and still have the new games play on the old Switch?
You don't.
You know, like how do you refresh the hardware? Yeah, exactly.
Don't.
I think that's the issue.
It's not really an issue.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, right? Freaking Breath of the Wild was made for the Wii U, and then they ported it over to Switch. So it's like, you know, you just update it a little bit for the newer console. I don't know. Because the way I look at the Switch is like at first it was just, and even now to some sense, it's like, it's just what the Wii U should have been. Because like the gamepad could have been its own console if they tried. And they're basically re-releasing all these old Wii U games that were really good that just didn't sell because no one bought a console. So it's like now that people bought the consoles, they're going to sell the Switch games, like the Wii U games on Switch. And there's no reason for them to make a new console because it's working. You know, why mess with something that's working? But at the same time, the Switch is freaking slow. The Switch is slow. Like, it's like it doesn't have the greatest storage space. It doesn't have the greatest specs. And it's like then you have something like the Steam Deck that comes out that can emulate all these games anyway. So it's like, you know, it's like, are you going to spend another...
Bro, have you been on the Nintendo eShop lately on the Switch? How do you use it? Like, it's like literally like 3 frames per second.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. But but Nintendo doesn't have a problem with that. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
The only reason I like the Switch is for the portability factor. That's it. I like having regular console games on the go. I think that's fantastic. You know, it's perfect.
Yeah, but I really, I think that's why the Steam Deck is doing so well, because it fills a hole that the Switch can't. Because like you could play all the new games on a Steam Deck, and listen, for what is the cheapest model of the Steam Deck? Isn't it like $400, $300 something dollars? Yeah, for that's the price of an OLED. So you're telling me I could play fucking Ghost of Tsushima on the go for $350 instead of getting a Switch OLED? You know,
apparently.
Like, that's crazy.
You know,
let's look up the cheapest. What's the cheapest model of this? What is the cheapest model of?
Okay. So the Steam Deck, the cheapest model is $400 with 64 gigabytes. That's the same storage as the Switch OLED.
No, $359.
Oh, I'm seeing on Steam.com. It's $399.
It says the cheapest.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, it says Steam. Oh, I'm looking at the store that's selling it on sale. But yeah, that's crazy though.
And it comes with a carrying case.
Like for $50 more, you get a computer.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You can make it Game Pass compatible.
Man. Yeah. Plus, you could get all the accessories you want with it too.
Oh yeah.
Like if you want to get the dock and everything, like if you wanted to get like all this stuff, like the extra stuff, they sell that. You know, you like all this extra stuff. You know, like you could just buy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. I might actually invest in a Steam Deck when I have the money, because like now that it's readily available, and the Switch is kind of. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Switch is kind of pissing me off. It's like, it's great.
You just said you liked your Switch.
No, I said I do love the Switch, but it's also pissing me off because of the.
You said that's why I'll always love the Switch.
Well, no, here's the thing. I have a special place in my heart for my Switch, because it's easily accessible to play certain games. But do you know how
right.
like badly I want to play Call of Duty on the Switch? Like, I just want to play my old Call of Duties. I want to play the old Call of Duties. They're just now releasing the Arkham games for Switch.
Yeah.
These were PS3, Xbox 360 games.
I know.
I mean, Arkham Knight wasn't, but like still.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
These were available.
I wouldn't get the $399 version though.
Well, yeah, no, that one I wouldn't get.
You'd have to get the 529 version with the NVMe SSD because you'd have to get that version because like eMMC storage it's not worth it. You'd have to spend the extra $130 or no. Yeah, $130. You should get if you're gonna get one, you get the 529 version because it's like Otherwise, you know, if you get the cheapest version, you're not really getting much.
No, not at all.
In my opinion, you
Not at
know.
all.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I that's because like that's definitely something I want to, but like I never have an instance where like, oh, I wish I had a Steam Deck. It's more so like I see it and I want it. Like I'm never like at home wishing like, oh, I wish I had a Steam Deck in my hand right now. If I'm home, I just go to my, I just play whatever game I want on my consoles or on my
It's
computer.
more of, for me,
you know?
it's more of,
Like I'm never out and about wishing like, oh, I wish I had my
for
Steam
me,
Deck.
it's more of, I wish I had this game on the go. That was the whole reason I got the Switch in the first place, was because I could play console games portably. The first game I got on my Switch was actually The Witcher, because I wanted to play The Witcher on the go. So like,
Yeah.
like recently, I'm playing BioShock again. Like, BioShock on the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
You can just play BioShock on the go. You know, you want to play Assassin's Creed, you can play
That's fire.
Assassin's Creed on the go. But there's a lot of games you can't play on the go right now because you gotta wait for Nintendo to be like, oh, okay, let's support it. It's so stupid. It's stupid.
Right.
You know, so I think a refresh or
Yeah,
a console upgrade is necessary for Nintendo. I don't think it's necessary for Xbox or Sony. I think it's 100%.
Yeah.
Go
I think,
ahead.
yeah. I think they're waiting for the Steam Deck hype to calm down. Because listen, I don't think they want to give up on the Switch yet, just because it's selling so well. But I think after that, those sales start slowing down, and then once the Steam Deck hype, you know, kind of deteriorates, I think Nintendo's just priming themselves to be like, you know what, bam, new console. But the problem is though, they're dealing with a Switch that's got a chip from 2015 in it, which was already slow when it came out in 2017, and they're dealing with cartridges. You know what I mean? So like, if they upgraded it, it's going to be hard to come out with a new console and still support the original
Well,
Switch.
at that point, I would think that they would just make everything digital.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think like a modern Switch, an upgrade would be all digital. I think you're right.
I think, you know, there's a place for having physical games still. Like, I do love my physical games, but like we talked about in the first video, like, I don't have my big ass collection anymore. Like, I don't understand it anymore. Like, you know, it's
Right.
like, if I can play those games and have them stored digitally and I don't need the physical disc anymore, why am I going to have it take up clutter? You know, it's like digital games are just a little more accessible, a little more,
Yeah.
I don't know, they're just, it's better. I used to be against digital. I'm all in on digital now.
Right. Yeah, I am, unless it's a game I really care about. Like if it's a game like a Pokemon game, I'm gonna get the
Yeah.
physical. Or if it's like something or like Zelda, I'm gonna get the physical. Otherwise, I don't care. I think Game Pass kind of ruined that whole thing for everybody because it's like if you wanted to play a game, it was just probably on Game Pass and you played it. You didn't have to go out and buy it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I feel like Game Pass was a big turning point for physical collectors. You
Yeah.
know. I think it helped kill that whole
I mean,
market.
you've got all these amazing games on Game Pass anyway. You know, it's like, it's not like little niche arcade titles. It's like legitimate, like AAA games.
Yeah.
So it's like,
You could spend the rest of your life playing Game Pass games that are currently on there without any updates. Like for the rest of your life.
yeah,
The library we have right now in 2023. There's enough gameplay to last the rest of your life,
yep.
which is insane.
And you're gonna save all that money too, because if like,
That's
you know, you
absolutely
spend
wild.
$60 on a game here and there, or you spend $120 for a year, and you have over 200 titles. You know, so it's like,
Yeah.
digital's the way to go.
What do you think is better? PlayStation's subscription or Xbox subscription?
Xbox, hands down. Hands down, Xbox. PlayStation subscription
Yeah.
sucks.
I agree.
PlayStation subscription is a shell of what Xbox subscription is. It's like it's trying so hard and
Yeah.
failing so miserably. Like, I have no
I agree.
I have
100%.
no desire to get the higher tiers on the PlayStation subscription. I will get Game Pass Ultimate, but I will not get PlayStation Ultimate or whatever the hell it's called. Like Premium, PlayStation Premium. I will not get it.
Yeah. Premium. See, I pay for both, like a dummy. And I have to agree. I think Game Pass is 10 times better. Only thing about Game Pass is obviously games get off of Game Pass from time to time. But they'd let you know like a month in advance when games are leaving. Like Game Pass is just superior, honestly. I think the only reason that is though is because they're owned by Microsoft, who has just all this money. Like I don't think Sony could do that in comparison to Microsoft.
Dude,
you know, like support like their gaming platform with thousands of games for free. There's no way.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Sony makes so much more money than you could possibly think. I mean, Sony.
No, I know, yeah, but they're not up there. Sony's net worth is not even close to Microsoft.
No, but
they're in different leagues.
oh goodness, oh sorry. But you're
Oh, geez, dude, how
I'm
professional.
so sorry. You fire me. But I don't know. I think you're right in a sense. I just think that there's a way to do it. I mean, you have Nintendo, right? Nintendo's only moneymaker is video games. Microsoft's got a million moneymakers.
Yeah.
And so does Sony. They have a million moneymakers. So like Nintendo is
That's what I'm saying,
Nintendo
yeah.
releases their virtual consoles all the time. Like you can still play the old Nintendo games. You can still play the old console games. You know, so it's like there's no excuse anymore. There's no excuse to just put up free, even older games. Like why is it so hard for us to play PlayStation 1 and 2 games on the PS5?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe I have no idea, bro. Like they all make so much money. I just pulled up their all three companies 2022 revenue. How much do you think Sony made last year? Sony as a whole.
Billions?
You still with
Is
me?
it in the billions? Is
Huh?
it in the billions? Okay.
Yes.
200 billion. How
Nope.
much?
26.9 billion.
Okay.
You want to know how much? You want to know how much Xbox or Microsoft made
How much?
last year? Your first guess, 200 billion.
Oh wow.
So they're literally almost 10 times more profitable than Sony, which is insane to think about. And Nintendo comes in at 8.6 billion, but you know, they're Nintendo. They're just a video game company though. So like all of Sony, they're everything. Their cameras, their TVs, everything is at 27 billion. Nintendo just gaming is almost at 9 billion, which is insane.
That is insane.
You know,
Yeah, that's ridiculously insane.
that's actually crazy though.
I mean, Microsoft, you got Bill Gates
Yeah.
behind it, so
Yeah. Do you have a controller in your hand?
no.
I thought I heard thumbsticks going on back there.
No, I was just taking a swig of water.
Oh, there you go. Oh, geez, Joe. Well, that was a hell of a episode 3, my man.
Oh yeah. I think we brought up some good points.
Man. I think it. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. It's always just fun to sit here and chill with you guys, man. So, hey, listen, guys. If you had fun, let us know. Give us a like. Comment down below. Let us know if you have any questions. We're gonna keep this thing rolling. We're gonna try and give you, however long we feel like talking about content. How about that? No one's our boss, okay? We rule ourselves here. But seriously, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you made it this far, I love you. And send me your I don't know what's a PC thing to say right now. Send me your love and affection, and I'll send you mine back. But seriously, guys, thank you. We appreciate it. Like you said, we got so much stuff going on in the works. And Joe, it's always fun to just chill with you, my man.
For sure. And we will see you guys next time.
Yeah, man. Later, y'all.
Peace.